Hi, I'm Erfaren, and if there's one thing I'm really good at in Minecraft, it's dying. Oh gosh. Oh no. Ooh, no! If we want to run back up and see. So I figured, why not throw myself into Minecraft's most punishing mode and see what happens? Welcome to 24 Hours in Hardcore Minecraft, a new mini-series where I challenge myself to survive 24 real-life hours in Minecraft's hardest game mode. Having never played hardcore before, I'll be doing everything I can, not only to survive the first night, but to beat Minecraft itself. So, let's dive into Hour 1. Welcome to 24 Hours in Hardcore Minecraft. My name is Sam, or Erfaren, whatever you want to call me. And today we start a bit of a new adventure in a game mode I've never tried. So, I suppose the only thing to do is to get going with it and see, oh gosh, we've already taken damage, how long we can survive. Now, this wouldn't be a true 24 hours series if we didn't have a little timer. So now we have ourselves a little timer that I will go ahead and press start on, and we'll see the time starts to go up. And we are officially playing 24 hours in hardcore. So I guess without further ado, let's get started on some of the basic things to keep ourselves alive. Now, I suppose this first little bit of the game is going to be, relatively normal. We just have to stay alive and gather resources. But how we're going to be doing this series is breaking it up hour by hour. So we're only going to be recording 1 hour at a time. And as you can see, we're already 30 seconds in to our first hour. Now, the goal is to, of course, survive for the whole 24 hours. But I think by doing it hour by hour, we'll get a better glimpse into, first of all, what all we're able to get done within an hour. And second of all, I don't know, kind of a glimpse into just what an hour of Minecraft really looks like. Also, I'm playing with this high contrast, well, not really, kind of a boosted saturation mod. I think it makes the makes the grass over in these birch forests look almost blue. So let me know what you guys think. I might end up turning that off and maybe turning the shaders back on in time, but I figured we could at least start with this and see what a higher saturation might look like just with the normal Minecraft textures. Well, with just over half a stack of wood gathered, I think we are probably good to go ahead and get ourselves at least a base level of tools. And if we could find just like a shallow cave or something, that would be pretty helpful, or whatever that is. There's some good stuff over there, it looks like. Let's craft up some things. What we really need to be worrying about is food and a bed. And if we look right in front of us, we have an answer to both of those issues pretty handedly. So let's go ahead and get ourselves crafting, and then we will do what we have to do to get ourselves some food. Hello, sheep. Thank you for everything you do. Unfortunately, I need you more urgently in this series than I probably have ever needed you before. Oh, no. Okay, you get to live. Well, we got 3 wool, but they're not of the same color, so that doesn't really give us what we need. So we'll keep our eye out for another sheep of the same wool color, whether that be the gray or the white. And then while we're doing this, we'll also go ahead and try and find some seeds. Oh, look, bushes. We can't pick those up, but those are fun. We don't have silk touch or shears to pick those up yet. If we can get some of this growing, maybe we could at least have some food ready for us after going into the mine or something. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to go into the mines. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's where I always die. So we just gotta play it very safe. Obviously we are on hard. We are on hardcore. So we die, we lose everything. But I'm gonna try and play it like we're just playing normal. You know, we made the main series. We made it pretty far before we had actually ever died. So I'm thinking if we can just, play it like it's just Minecraft, I think we're gonna be okay. I just can't get in my head too much about it, because I think getting in my head is where we're gonna run into issues. Oh, you're an adult now. It is your time. Oh, Beautiful. There we go. So now we've got enough wool for a bed, which will help us to get through the nights. We won't have to worry about any nights, which is fantastic. I think we should probably just make an axe so we have it. But again, all of these very quickly are going to be traded out with stone tools. But I think let's go ahead and head to this mountain and see what we can do from here. I'm also going to try and get some of these fish if I can. I think fishing might be our friend in this game as well. We're already starting to run out of hunger though, so we gotta go over here, get some. I picked that up. I did. Go over here, get some stone, and then get ourselves a furnace made. And I already see a bunch of coal, so it looks like we might actually be pretty okay with getting at least some things put together to cook up our food. We'll start with the easy stuff. Let's get at least 8 coal, or at least 8 stone, I should say. And then coal and the rest of the stone we would need for tools and other things like that. I really do also want to get iron relatively quick so that we can make ourselves some armor, because we're going to need that. And unfortunately, copper armor isn't in Java yet, so right now we have to play with good old 1.21 I believe 7 is what we're on, where we have, you know, still only our iron armor. I think we'll just clear out this little wall of stone here, and then we'll run up and grab that coal, and then we can get some of this food cooking up, which will be good because we are really about to run out of hunger already. Okay, what do you know? There's some right there. Let's just go ahead and grab this. And while we're at it, we'll get that furnace put together, and we'll put that there, and just have it ready with some of our mutton for us to get cooking up. Now, 24 hours is a long time, so the goal is really to try and beat the game if we can. Who knows what we'll get done in 24 hours, but I'm hoping that beating the game is something that we could try. I don't know if maybe that's going to be a little too, I don't know, a little too much of a dream, given this is my first time playing hardcore, but I feel like if you can't, I don't know, like, there's no reason to not try, right? There's no reason to not try and beat the game. Perfect. With our food cooking up, I think we can grab a little bit more of this stone. We'll get our tools flipped around, and then I say it's probably a good idea to go try and find some more of that coal so that we can put together some torches and other things to protect the area and make it so that maybe our first night is not so terrible. The good thing is we do already have a bed, so we can kind of just sleep through it, but that doesn't mean that mobs aren't going to spawn. Okay, I see some iron up here, and I honestly think I might prioritize that iron as long as the coast is clear. It seems like the coast is clear, so let's climb up here and get that iron before it gets too dark. Luckily, I do have the bed on me, though, so as long as they don't notice me, we can probably grab this, run, and go to bed. Okay, there's 3, and as the sun sets, I'm just gonna let us take a nap right here. Perfect. Well, there is one night done. Hopefully, even if that zombie notices us, it just runs out here into the sun and burns. I'm not gonna pay any attention to it. I'm just gonna pretend it's not there. Focus on collecting things for us to survive, because if he comes out in the sun, he's gonna die. So it's not that big of a deal. Now, the last thing I want right now is for like a creeper to sneak up on us. That would be the worst thing that can happen. Oh gosh, is this really already gonna be it? No. Okay, we're gonna run, get some more food. Oh my goodness. Look at all these zombies. There's so, this is what I was saying about we need coal so we can make torches so we can light this up, because this is gonna be a whole bunch of zombies going on over here. Well, with some health lost, I'm gonna run over here, grab our food, we'll grab this, and let's get some torches put together. I want to get, I mean, a good number of them done, so I think, honestly, let's just use the coal that we have. And then I'm also going to make us a new sword as well, so that we have a better sword. And maybe we'll just go ahead and make a better shovel too. Well, into the depths we go. Hopefully not with any incident. Whoa, that's a lot of information. So we're currently at a 0 light level right here. I think the best game to play is to just put lights down and hope that they fill in where we need them to. So we've got 0 here, 0 here. And it might, I don't know if it's silly to be lighting up this whole area, but I kind of like this area. So I figure if we light it up, this is a viable option for a little base for us. But obviously, you know, there's more adventuring to be done and looking around to be done. So this might not be where we set up, but I think I'd rather have it be illuminated just in case. Is this a nice spider or an evil spider? Doesn't really matter to me. I don't want to deal with spiders regardless, so we'll just take little spider guy out. And get back to illuminating the area to the best of our ability without getting shot by terrible, terrible skeletons. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh. Okay. Oof. Gotta stay away from people like that. Evil, evil, evil guy. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start from over here, and I'm just gonna light our way around this edge, and we'll at least have a safe place here where nothing is going to spawn or hurt us. That would be the ideal. I think this might all be, yeah, that's all lit up. So I think we're okay to work our way around here. We definitely need more food, so it might not be a bad idea to try and get some of our wheat at least growing here. I'll grab some of this. We'll get that iron cooked up, get the rest of that coal in there, and let's go ahead and make ourselves a hoe so that we can get some of this wheat growing. While we're at it, maybe we break up some of this too, to try and find more seeds, which we just did. I think 17 seeds isn't a bad number, so I say, why don't we just get started right here along this edge? And honestly, we can make this go pretty much as far as we want down this. So I'm just going to turn this entire front area, I think, into farmland. And then as we find crops and things, we can obviously, you know, change up what's planted here and, you know, move things around if we need to. But this gives us just a huge place to have crops for at least the start. Okay, well, let's get some of this planted. I do want to go back and get all of that sugar cane in time. Ooh, there's cows over there. We'll definitely want those as well. But before we head over there, we should probably take a sleep. All right, it is daytime once again. Our iron should be ready. And while I know we could turn it into an iron pickaxe, I am actually going to do what is probably the smarter move and make a shield first. I think that's definitely going to be better for us, and probably a sword as well. And we'll find more iron in time to make the rest of the things. But I think this is really what we want for right now. So with it being daytime, actually, let's also make a boat so we don't have to just swim our way across everything. We're going to go grab that sugarcane and some of those cows. Oh, hey, look. Even more cows. Well, the good thing is we got cows kind of galore. So maybe we make, I mean, honestly, maybe we just kind of trap those ones that are over there and make a little cow pen over there that we can keep an eye on. There's a swamp over there. But we will maybe go take these ones out then and grab all of this sugarcane. Thank you for your sacrifice, cows. You are very, very much needed, and I thank you for existing. All right. Grab all the sugarcane. We've got the cows. Anything else over here that we want to grab while we're here? I don't really need chickens. I mean, making an automatic chicken farm might not be the worst idea, though. I think we're good. I think we're good with what we have. We got 21 sugarcane. We got 2 string. I think we turn around and we'll let all that wheat grow. And you can see it's starting to grow right now. Maybe try and get those cows over there captured. And then we'll have a couple different sources of food already. So that is all good and set to go. I now want to go and get some of those cows. I really would prefer to have them over here, though. That way we could just have them in one spot. But you know what? I think with some cooked salmon in hand, with some other food cooking up, I think we're probably okay to let them sit for now. They're not going to despawn. So maybe we're good to abandon them and continue collecting some resources and lighting up this area, because that's something I don't want to quit doing just yet. That's a little bold probably to just run in here. Oh my gosh, especially with all of these creepers. But honestly, maybe I might just let some of these creepers explode. Because it'll clear out some of the space for us and let us push in closer and closer here and there to throw down some more torches. And there they go, taking each other out. That works for me. Well, it's not the prettiest way to do it, but it certainly is one of the more efficient ways to do it. All right. And now we've got that whole interior area lit up at least to a light level of 1, which lets us get back in here and mine out the rest of this coal so that we can do the same thing around at some of these other caves. But we can at least get some coal so that we can replenish not only our torch supply, but also our furnace. But with that, I mean, we have basically made it through our first 30 minutes in a hardcore survival world, which is fantastic. I seriously was not sure if I was going to make it this far. So being this far in already is pretty nice. Okay, that's probably enough coal for us for right now. I guess I'll finish out mining out this vein. I think we need to turn our attention now to trying to find some more iron so that we can maybe try and have our armor all figured out here by the end of our first hour. Continuing our search. So we do have another little covered area over there. And I believe there's another one either above us or at least somewhere nearby. So we do need to keep an eye out for that. But I kind of want to take a look down here. What do we got down here? Oh gosh, not somewhere I want to be. That's what. We do have a shield though. I don't know why I'm running. Maybe we can take him out. Kind of clear this area out. Okay, well, you helped us out there, buddy. Uh-oh, I'm dropping my shield the wrong times. There we go. Bones will be nice, because that'll give us bone meal, so we'll definitely take that. Did his buddy drop any? Doesn't look like it. Okay. There we go. Well, it looks like, I mean, it does turn into an underwater cave, but that is not an adventure for this moment. That's an adventure for later. I do believe we are all good spawning-wise in here, though, which is good. Okay, let's head over here. I mean, is there iron over there? Okay, there's a lot of iron over there. I might abandon lighting this area up for right now in favor of us getting a little bit more iron. Because, I mean, look, there's some right there, there's some there, there's some there, which is far more than we've got on the one back behind us. Unless there's some in there. Nope. First of all, we're this low down. Do we see any over here? Yes. And a creeper. As long as he keeps his distance from me, I will be okay, though. I'll just grab this. Don't mind me, little creeper guy. I'll light this place up, man. I'll light it up, and you won't be able to spawn. Okay. Oh, that works. We'll go and light it up like I threatened. And that way this whole little area down here is safe. Actually, I kind of like this little circle room. It's kind of cool. Now the search for iron continues. We've got 2. So we'll just keep that right there in our inventory so we can see it. I don't really have a goal for how much iron I want, but I know I just want enough to make a full set of armor and probably a good, at least a pickaxe. Maybe not a full set of tools, but at least a pickaxe would be nice. Light that up. Now I know we saw some behind us. I'm just looking for kind of 1, an easy slope up, but 2, a good view of any other iron that might be around here? I mean, because this is a pretty sheer cliff face on that side. So, okay, there's some there. Not seeing any on that. So maybe we build up to this. There's a lot of mobs over here. Oof. Why you gotta have all the scaries over here? I don't really. I feel like this is a bad idea. That's a bad idea. We're gonna leave that behind and do this the safe way. Oof. Oof. Okay. I think this is already making me pretty acutely aware of how much damage I take at any given time, though, because, my goodness, I feel like I'm just throwing myself off of things. You know, I'd really love to find, like, a windswept peaks or something. Oh, that was a zombie villager. Or something that, you know, has iron just exposed, because this feels like maybe the most dangerous way to find iron is coming underneath all of these covered areas where there are just mobs upon mobs, but I suppose we got to play with the hand we're dealt, right? So, grab this. That puts us up quite a few. Oh, there's still more. And night is falling again, so we'll grab this last piece, which hopefully is the last piece, yep. And we can get ourselves to sleep. That puts us at 10 iron, which is certainly not enough for anything, but, okay, it's not nighttime yet. Uh-oh, we need that. Definitely need that. No, I'm not going to die to me being silly and losing my bed. Okay. The sun is going down. There's still iron to be found, though, so maybe we'll stay down here for a second. Oh, I just saw some iron, actually, right then before I laid down. So we'll go and look over there and grab that. Hopefully this will be more than just an iron. We'll get up to 12 or so. It's just an iron. That's sad. Oh, it's not. Okay. Poof. Poof. Remember, always mine around just to take a look. Because there you go. Look, we got 2 more iron from there. Okay, I think we're probably traveling a little too far to not have any food on us. So let's circle back. We've got 13 iron. I will climb up here and just take a look. But I'm going to go ahead and assume 13 iron might be what we have to work with for at least right now. Unless we can stumble upon a lot more here on this cliff. I mean, I do already see some. Okay, I mean, maybe we'll find some more. Maybe I've just spoken it into existence. There's a lot of good blocks around us, though, which is nice. Beautiful. That puts us at 21 iron. And will you put us up even higher? Maybe. Let's do another, just look around here. Make sure we're not missing out on anything. Okay. That's the iron that we got from there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, this is working in our favor. This is exactly what I was looking for, by the way. Just one of these. What even biome is this? Yeah, windswept savanna. Yeah, just like these windswept areas tend to always have just so much iron. So I'm glad that we kept checking out this area. Now, something I am going to try and get relatively early as well is a enchantment table. Because if we can get fully enchanted, even iron armor, even if we don't find enough diamonds to get like fully enchanted diamond armor, that's going to be so much better than just 1, normal iron armor, and 2, nothing at all. So that's my goal. As long as there's nothing spawned over here, we'll go and grab all this as well. But that might be one of the things that we can try and shoot for in the next hour of this series, is trying to get some base level enchantments. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is a lot of mobs. We're gonna ignore that for a second. We're gonna climb up. Looks like it's just coal up here. So we'll pop down as safely as we can. And I think with 36 iron, now is probably a good time to turn back and go get some more food. I kind of wish I'd brought the boat over here, but instead I've left it right there. Oof. And we have made it back with plenty of health to spare. Oh, that's perfect timing. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. Okay. We'll grab that. We'll plant these back down. We might just need to leave that as a landing zone for us to walk into that area. I expected that was going to happen. Let's grab our beef. Let's cook up our iron. And let's get our health back. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we don't have enough string for a lead, but do we have enough string for a fishing rod? I think so. Yeah, we do. Nice. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's also get a chest set up. Honestly, maybe let's get 2 chests set up so that we can start storing away some of our things. Now, again, these are just temporary chests for the time being, but at least get us to have some level of organization for some of the things that we're picking up along the way on our journeys. All right. And as this cooks, I think we may as well get some fishing done. You know, it wasn't the easiest first hour of Minecraft that I've ever experienced, but it wasn't maybe the hardest, which is, that feels good. I really thought this was going to be a lot harder getting started, but I think we found a good spot to actually get ourselves set up. Oh, we just pulled a saddle on the first try. Nice. Okay, let's check in on our iron. We've got 18 of it cooked up. That is real nice. Do we... Okay. Okay. Well, I suppose we could probably go ahead and get the important things crafted up here. Some of our iron armor. Okay, we need 2 more for our leggings. And then that'll leave us 12 for our tools. So that actually will give us enough to make a full set of tools, I believe. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, actually it'll give us more than enough for our set of tools. Boom, there we go. There's a full set of armor. We are all set and ready to keep ourselves safe. Hold on. Safe from scary monsters. That is awesome. Okay, we'll let that continue to cook. I do want to stay on top of all of this sugarcane because, like I said, I want an enchanting setup pretty early. And if we can stay on top of this, we can get ourselves all of the paper for books that we'll need. And then, of course, we'll just need to capture those cows, like I mentioned, so that we can get some good enchantments and make sure that we're set for success. Place some of it here. Put that there. Awesome. And then as that grows, we can continue to expand that and get more and more. I suppose let's run over and maybe get some of our tools put together now. So I'm definitely going to want the pickaxe, definitely going to want the axe, and certainly going to want, we already have a sword, so actually I don't even need to worry about that. Let's do, I guess we'll need some more wood so we can make the shovel. But then we get ourselves a shovel. And do we want an iron hoe? I mean, we have the stuff for it, right? Maybe I won't waste that just yet. Maybe we'll hold on to these last 5 in case we should need it for anything urgent. We'll go ahead and drop those over here alongside our old tools, which are now going to be given a well-deserved rest. All right, and with just a few minutes left for today's episode, I think, I mean, it might be a bad idea to do this, but we could at least start digging down for a mine. I don't know if that's a terrible idea, though, but we can at least get started over here and maybe dig our way down. All right, well, as we near our final few seconds of the hour, I would like to thank you all so much for watching. If you're new or find yourself coming back, consider subscribing. We would love to have you here. But seriously, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next hour.